Like to Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. N. Kalai Selvi, to please come on the dais and take their seats. You may just be a student, but to your teacher, you are the future in making. Good morning, everyone. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to our esteemed guest, Dr. N. Kalai Selvi, and our respected director, sir, Professor NVSN Sharma, all faculty members, and dear students. Today, we gather here on an occasion that holds a special place in our heart, Teachers' Day. It is not just a day to honor our teachers, but a moment to reflect on the profound impact they have on our lives. They shape our mind, guide our heart, and inspire us to reach our full potential. Before we proceed with the celebrations, let us take a moment to remember Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, whose birthday we commemorate today. His vision of education continues to inspire us all. Now, without a further ado, let's begin our celebrations for our beloved teachers. Just as a lamp that dispels darkness and spread light, teachers illuminate our minds and hearts with knowledge, wisdom, and inspiration. So, I would like to invite Dr. N. Kalai Selvi and Director Sir to kindly come forward and light the ceremonial lamp. I'd like to request everyone to raise for Vande Mataram. वन्दे मा सुजला सुफला मलयज शीतला श्यामला वन्दे मातरम् शुभ्र जोत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी फुल्लकुसुमिता द्रुमदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सु वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्
Lamp lightning has symbolized the illumination of knowledge that brightens our academic journey. I now request Director Sir to felicitate our guest of honor. Sir, please. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now, we have with us the honor of listening from our respected director, sir. Dr. NVS Sarma's vision and leadership has been instrumental in shaping the educational landscape of our institution. We would be honored if you would grace us, sir, with a few words, sharing your insights and wisdom with us on this special occasion.
Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, Dr. Kalai Selvi, Director General, CSIR Delhi, dear faculty colleagues, other invitees, and dear student friends. Uh, Happy Teachers' Day greetings to all of you. Okay, all of us are teachers, and we teach not only just the students, we teach many people in many other ways, or many people teach us in many other ways. So, Teachers' Day is a special day in the hearts of all of us without any caste, creed, or religion or any other tags attached to it. So, let's all celebrate this great event. And I'm very happy that a big lady who is successful and who had an illustrious career so far has been with us, who was also a teacher in her earlier days. So nice of you, madam. Yesterday night, she stayed in the airport just for 4 to 5 hours without any accommodation, without anything. And you can imagine, 1 o'clock she reached the Chennai airport, and again 5:30 or so she took the next flight. So So that is the passion she has for teaching and the love and affection towards the teaching community. And we are very grateful to you, madam, for making it. And as usual, she has a hectic schedule from now till Monday morning. Okay. And thank you, madam. Thank you for your inspiring words with us, with our faculty so far. And coming back to the Teachers' Day celebrations, it was on 5th September 1888, a great man was born, that is Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, who was a philosopher and a teacher throughout his life. And he was the first vice president of this country and the second president of this country. And when people approached him to celebrate his birthday, then he shared his mind that why not as a Teacher's Day. So from then on, it is celebrated as Teacher's Day in the whole India. And 5th September marks to just remember the great help, support, cooperation, motivation, etc., whatever you have got from your teachers. And the mentoring is the most important part, and handling the human beings is the most toughest thing. And in the real life, what people say always is there are two tough things, two tough professions or business. One is to get the money from the pocket of the opposite person to your pocket. And the second toughest job is to put the ideas of your mind into the minds of the other persons. The first job is done very well by a businessman. So he convinces you to buy the product and takes the money from your pocket and puts it into his pocket. The second one is the toughest job in the world is by the teachers. We try to put our ideas and concepts into your mind in a successful way all throughout our career. So teaching and the business are considered to be the most toughest. Of course, on the lighter side, there is another person who can do both. She got it. It's a wife. Okay. A lady can put her ideas into the family very well. It's on the lighter side. It's okay just to make the life and on. But anyway, okay. And takes the money from the husband to spend the things for the family all the time. So efficiently, she takes that also as a business person. That's what people say. But anyway, coming to the point, a teacher teaches us the difference between right and wrong. A teacher is supposed to tell you the wrong things also, what exactly is that and how far it is wrong and why is it wrong. Nobody else teaches you in the outside world. Outside world, people may teach you what is right, how to do it. But why to do it that way is only taught by teachers. Why not the other ways and many other things? That's what you have come here all the way. Many things are available on YouTube and other e-learning resources, but teacher makes you to be different from all that by the presence and by the person's body language and many other aspects. So when you come for the institute like this, please see that you emulate all those qualities from the teachers and see that you are good citizens of this country. I tell you again, your academics may not be so good, your other activities may not be so good. But when you are leaving the institute, first of all, you should go with the full tact that I am a good citizen of this country and I am going to be morally and ethically having high values for my life. That's the most important point for which you have come here. So Teachers' Day must tell you to take that promise and keep it alive all the time in your career. That's what I would like to say. And about my dear colleagues, teachers, the teacher is the one who always lives in the hearts of the students. Even today, we are getting mails from our students and greetings and other things who are one students for last 20 years, 15 years, and definitely from my PhD students, I'm getting it. I'm very happy about it. Of course, I also greeted my teacher, who is now 82 years old. But the teacher means that, right? So teacher will get respect wherever and whatever be the situation around that. That's what I told my colleagues many times. Even it's a railway station or at the airport, if a student sees me, he'll come and touch my feet. That's the power of a teacher. It's not me. Any teacher will get that same respect. And whether I went to an industry in 2001 or 2, when we went to that industry, we called one of our old students. He came with his group. He's a manager, senior manager, or something like that. But he came and touched my feet and other thing. All his supporting staff or team members were surprised to see that their boss is touching the feet of another person. I said, it's not correct at this point, but I said, sir, you are a teacher and we respect that. That's the level of respect we command in the society. So we should live up to those expectations. The most important point is that also brings a lot of responsibility on the teachers. Wherever we are, whatever we are, we should never forget that we are teachers and we are role models and we should behave in the way the society expects us to behave. Society has definitely some expectations on the professors. So please accept those things also once you have accepted this profession. So please behave in the society. Doesn't matter, oh, I'm not in Trichy, I'm not in IIIT, I can be like as I feel like. That may not be correct. People watch all your behaviors in various ways, in various angles. So please be aware of these facts and try to respect the profession, try to bring better things for this profession. So in Kalam's words, if a country is to be corruption free and become a nation of beautiful minds, I strongly feel there are three key societal members who can make the difference. Are the father, mother, and the teacher. That's what we say in our Sanskrit sloka. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Nama. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. We are really overwhelmed and honored to have our guest of honor, Dr. N. Kalai Selvi ma'am, Director General of CSIR, Secretary DSIR. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us today. It is my privilege to introduce our chief guest. To have a glimpse of ma'am's R&D activities, it include modified electrode materials for high energy and high power lithium battery applications, novel tailor-made electrodes for aqueous and non-aqueous lithium batteries, ionic liquid-based electrodes and electrolytes. Apart from executing numerous extraneural research, collaborative and sponsored projects, Dr. Kelly Selvi ma'am has served as a nodal scientist for multifunctional electrodes and electrolytes for futuristic technology, a 12th five-year plan project sponsored by CSIR. Ma'am was the theme director of Energy and Energy Devices E2D of CSIR SECRI. Ma'am obtained her bachelor's degree in chemistry from Government Arts and Science College, Tirunelveli. She obtained her postgraduate degree in chemistry from Government's Art College, Coimbatore, PhD at Annamalai University, Chidambaram. Ma'am's research interests include lithium and beyond lithium batteries, semiconductors, and waste-to-wealth-driven electrodes and electrolytes for energy storage applications. Now, without further ado, I would like to request ma'am to please enlighten her with her words. We are eagerly looking forward to hearing from you, ma'am.
Namaskar, Vanakkam, and pleasant morning to each and every one of you. I'm extremely happy to be a part of the Teachers' Day celebrations of IIIT Trichy for a number of reasons. Just few weeks back, I was there in the convocation of NIT Trichy. That was a great time that I met with the director of IIIT Trichy, and he just expressed his intent to visit this particular institute. And as a teacher, basically, I never say no to such kind of invites. And for a teacher, it should be the concentration or the aim or the objective or the purpose or the target of the teacher should be only the activity. And the teacher should not make, like the way she said, we should not make any kind of an ado that I'm coming from this one, I have difficulty, I am very busy, I have a hectic shit. No, it is not at all. So the moment he said, I immediately agreed and I promised that I'll be here on the Teachers' Day. Why? Because I love the teaching profession. I won't call it as a job. It is not a job, it is not a work, it is not a task, it is not a profession also. It is a great, I would say, in your entire life, if at all you can make it as one mantra or the purpose of life or the goal of life, I think that is the essence, and the name is given as a teacher. Why? I will tell you. In the whole human community, there are only two people who will not have any jealous when somebody is growing beyond the level that I have seen my growth. One is my parent. The other one is when I become a parent. And the second one is my teacher and when I become a teacher. So only parents and teachers. So when I'm just growing taller than my mom or my dad, they will proudly say that my daughter is earning more than what I have earned. My daughter knows more than what I have known. My daughter is so smart that I'm so little in front of her. Every parent is proudly telling. Nowadays, you youngsters, you started telling, Mom, you don't know anything. Dad, you definitely don't know anything. They happily accept it. They happily accept it. And they also make it as a point that this is the purpose of my life. For every Indian parent, what could be the purpose of life? What only every Indian parent is, why only every Indian parent is really going for a job and earning money and putting all their efforts, and they're not worried about their difficult times and all. Why? What is the purpose? What is the objective? For any Indian parent and every Indian parent, there is only one target in their life, which is nothing but I have to position. I have to see my son and daughter at a position which is much higher than the position in which I am today. So first of all, you all should really thank your parents because they have given you the right choice of an institution wherein you are getting your education. And second thing is you should always give a big salute to your teachers, because without teachers, whatever you get through a virtual classroom or artificial intelligence, nowadays in the lighter way, like the way he gave the definition of a wife who is able to get all the ideas also win over by the other and who is able to get the money also from the other packet, I would say there is, in this particular world, in the current scenario, if at all you want to call yourself as a great achiever, you have to really do something in artificial manner. Meaning is you have to do some real research in terms of artificial intelligence. So anything which is coming in the name of artificial intelligence, machine learning, why machines should learn? We have not completed learning, but now we want machines to learn. So please think all these things. Even human beings, we have not finished our learning. One cannot finish learning. I'm telling you, Mother Nature is teaching you every minute, every second. Every component is talking to us. Everything is teaching us. Do we realize it? Do we at least understand it? Do we have the tolerance at least to wait and listen that what nature is really whispering in my ears? Many a times we don't listen to. We are not willing to listen to even human beings. We are not willing to listen to even leaders. We are not willing to listen to even teachers. We are not willing to listen, definitely not to the parents. We are so comfortable listening to the peer group because the peer group is all the time telling, come, chalo, let's enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. So we always believe that peer group is the great force in the world. Yes, peer group is the greatest force in the world. I don't deny at all. But like the way your director said, again in the whole world, there are only two people. They will tell you, if at all you are doing something wrong, they will have the guts. And they take all the privilege of coming and telling you, whatever you are doing is wrong. Or they will say, this is not good for you at least. Again, it is teacher and the parents. Only the parents can tell you, come here, my son. You may think that you are doing this as a part of your heroic activity, but this is not a heroic activity. If you want to call yourself as a hero by others, please do X, Y, Z. Only parents will tell you what is what. They will call black as black and white as white. Next to parents, it is only the teachers. Teachers will say yes means yes, no means no. There is no in between this yes and no. Therefore, this kind-hearted, pure-hearted, transparent, to 100% transparent, I would say kind-hearted mankind, there are only two communities. One is the parent community. The second one is the teaching community. Like the way he mentioned, anyone and everyone can give you teaching. Even you can have many classes, maybe online classes, virtual classes, or tools-based classes, or even tutorials, or even lectures, videos, whatever it may be. You can call in different names also, podcast, whatever you listen to. But the effect and the impact a teacher is creating within yourself, that will stay with you for your lifetime. If at all you adore your teacher, without even knowing, you will carry a portion of your teacher in your every walk of life. Those who adored the teacher when he or she was a student, they only later on became great teachers. And all the teachers, without hesitation, they understand, they accept, and they realize that every teacher is always a student. You may think that teachers are only teaching. We are not philosophers. We are not only teaching. It is not a one-way traffic. It is not at all. So when a teacher is taking the class, the teacher is really reading the mind. Face reading, slowly teachers will get within 1 or 2 years of their job. So they can very easily understand. Even in this crowd, I can very easily see how many of you are really listening to me, how many of you are absorbing my words, how many of you are trying to digest my words, how many of you are just looking at me, how many of you are already dreaming something else. I can very easily say. Why? Because I also worked in different colleges. And I'll be just writing on the board and I'll be just looking at them and I say, Balamurugan, can you just tell me the answer? Then you say, ma'am, how do you know that I was not listening? I know you were not listening. See, unless otherwise I don't know that Balamurugan was not listening when I was writing on the board with the chalk piece. Those days we used to write on the board with the chalk piece. Then I'm not a great teacher. This is what he was telling. A teacher should be all the time vigilant. A teacher should have all the time have an eye on whatever is happening in and around. I think that kind of a smartness, that kind of a speculation, that kind of an intelligence, that kind of a smartness will come out of practice also. So what I just want to say is, I'm not going to tell you that you're all being watched. It is not that way. You may think that the teacher, you are making the teacher to believe that you are smart, but the teacher actually knows, heart and heart, he or she knows that who is really smart, who is trying to be smart. But we accept both equally because at least you are making an attempt to become very smart. So if you're already smart, no problem. We have to give only 20% of our concentration and efforts. If you're trying to become smart, we have to put in our 80% of efforts so that we make you really, really smart, by means of which we are doing justice to you and to your parents and also to the society. So my young friends, today you can ask what this country is really looking for. Country is not looking for Kali Selvis because 58-year-old lady, what else I can do? It's not a big thing. Country is not looking for Kali Selvis. Country is looking for only youngsters with the kind of energy. You do not know how much energy you have. And you do not know how much talent you are bestowed with. Many a times you will be thinking that, had I been in MIT, USA, had I been in UK, Imperial College, UK, had I been in X country, had I been... Not at all. Big people did not come from big cities. Please take that point. Big people did not come from big cities at all. If at all you start thinking big, if you start dreaming big about your future, if you are really willing to put your efforts to become big and bigger in the coming days, one day or other you will definitely become big. So as long as you have clarity in thought process, as long as you are willing to listen to the parents and teachers, in my opinion, parents and teachers are inseparable components. All parents are teachers at home, and all teachers are parents in the school or the college. They're inseparable. There's no, I think in the dictionary, teachers and parents, it's only indoor-outdoor unit of air conditioner, that's all. It is simply that way only, because it is IIIT, ECE, CSE, I should also use some words. So, in my opinion, actually, both of them, they take the responsibility of positioning you in the right track. So somebody was telling in the academic landscape, your director is trying to position this institute. Now I'm just asking you one question. Now India is now dreaming big in terms of Viksit Bharat. So Viksit Bharat, how it is going to happen? Will it happen only in terms of agriculture? Will it happen only in terms of IT? Will it happen only in terms of one particular field? No, my friends. Viksit Bharat is a complete package. You as an engineering student, you know what is the meaning of a package. Package means it should have its complete dimensions fulfilled with a meticulous way of completion with perfection. So Viksit Bharat, the country is now, the country is not dreaming, the country has declared, the country has announced. Even before India announced that India is going to be Viksit Bharat in 2047, whether you believe it or not, or I believe it or not, you accept it or not, or I accept it or not, you realize it or not, I realize it or not, the entire globe believed, entire globe trusted, entire globe started sharing among themselves that in 2047, India is going to be the lead country, especially for science, technology, and innovation. The Honorable Prime Minister today is in Singapore. And he did not go for a vacation. He did not go for a jolly ride. He did not go for a trip. Because in your language, trip is very important. It is not a trip. Actually, it is a great ambition embedded, I would say. The semiconductor-related MOU is getting signed. And Singapore and India, we are going to have strong tie-ups in the field of semiconductors. Do you know what is the situation with which India is now living today? Taiwan is one such country. If you just take Asia Pacific, Taiwan is one such small country. That country is now ruling the entire globe with in the name of semiconductors. Korea is such a small country. Its population is as good as only Chennai. But Korea, long time back, 2 decades back, they started dictating the entire globe only by 2 brand names. I don't want to give the 2 brand names. Whether it is washing machine, whether it is refrigerator, whether any domestic thing, there are only 2 names, and both the names are belonging to only Korea. Then came our inseparable brother, China. So now everywhere it is Chinese products. Starting from the signal, a person who is selling the balloon with the LED. We from India, such a big country, 140 million people in the country, we are not able to come up with indigenously prepared LEDs. Whereas the China LED is glowing in the balloon, and the balloon is being sold at just at the junctions and at the signals. And the cost is less than 100 rupees. So how China is able to do? Once upon a time, India and China were almost at the same place. We both were teased by other countries only for the exploding population. So we were considered as a fun stock, livestock, once upon a time, both the countries. But China changed the history. China is now number one. It is becoming unshakable power. Good or bad, let us not worry about it. Let us not enter into the criticism. But how China was able to do that? They just came up with a kind of a Come Back China program. They called back all the people, those who have gone to other countries. When they went to other countries also, they went with a kind of a plan. They did not simply go only for want of money. They earned, but at the same time, they earned not only money, but also the smartness, the technology, the science, the integrity, and the smartness also. So when they came back to China, now they made China to come up with the kind of everywhere China is having its presence in the form of a global village. So starting from needle or scissors or whatever, any material, I would say, everywhere their technology is there. On the other day, I just invited Zoho Sridhar for one very important program of CSIR. There he started his lecture by telling only one point. You just go to a salon. There you have, we are using even scissors. Once upon a time, India was so popular for steel. We also have the non-rusted iron pillars. Everything is available in India, but if at all we are able to come up with an iron piece which will not be undergoing any kind of a corrosion, there is a rust-free iron pillar which could be made possible by an Indian. Why India is not able to come up with a kind of a globally known scissors? So the globally known scissors, whether it is knife or scissors or needle or suture needle, whichever way, there is no Indian product which is globally known. We have global brands in some other countries' name. Why? What is our problem? What is not there? Do we not have the manpower? Do we not have the space to practice the technology? Do we not have the intellectual strength? Or we are not hardworking? Do we not have mentors? What is lacking? Only one thing is lacking. We do not realize that we are capable. Only one point is lacking. We do not realize that we are capable. We always believe that America can do, England can do, Canada can do, German can do. And we say, we are always pointing fingers towards others, but never we saw that, why should I not? Never we ask the same questions by inverting the fingers towards us. Please start asking yourself. Don't allow others to ask you the question, why are you not doing? Don't allow anyone to put their fingers against you. You ask every day yourself, why am I not able to do that? Why my country is not able to do that? Why my institution is not able to grow further? Ask all these questions to yourself. Therefore, when somebody asks, it becomes a, meaning is it's a pain here, or it becomes a heartburn. But when you ask yourself, it is an art of purifying your mind and your thought process. It is strengthening yourself. It is realizing your talents. Questioning yourself is a great joy because you are not allowing anybody else to question you. So these are the characters. The director sir was talking about all the characters and behavior. This should be the character of a student. And actually, this should be the character of a IIIT student. Just think about this country's vision. I do not know how many of you spend time in, I would say, brainstorming or discussing about country's plan. If at all I ask you what will become, you can immediately say, yeah, my aim is per month I should get 1 lakh, per month I should get 10 lakh, per month I should get 15 lakh. You can say your package dreams. But for a country, 1947 we became independent India, but in 1942 the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research was established in the country. Country was not even independent by that time. But the visionary leaders in the country, they were bold enough, strong enough, and they made up their mind. And they started planning for the country after independence. And they thought that the moment the country become independent, the immediate thing which is required is we should come up with our own industries. Therefore, if at all you want to come up with the industries in this country, so who will give the kind of a raw material, who will give the knowledge, who will give the capability, who will give the skill sets, and who will be able to manage Indian industries? So this is where they formed one particular organization which is called Board of Scientific and Industrial Research, which later on became Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, which is called CSIR. We are 5 years superior to even India's independence. So the pride is not that. I'm not telling that we are really bigger than independent. It is not that way. It is not a headstrong statement. But I adore, I admire. And I'm not able to understand, I'm not able to believe, even today we are not having that kind of a strength to plan like that. But at that particular point of time, when we were under the colonial times, when somebody was ruling us, people were having the capacity, the boldness, they were dare to plan that my independent India should come up with industries, and we need a council, we need a board, we need a department, we need ministry, and all those things they planned. Then after some time, India became independent. Then we understood that education alone can really make people much more civilized. Without civilized population, the country cannot see any kind of a development. Even science without civilization is a great disaster, I will say. Which is more important if you ask me whether it is science or discipline? I will say discipline. Science without discipline is a disaster. And therefore the country decided they have to inculcate discipline. They have to bring in good characters. They want to create its own human. And therefore they thought that academic institutions are to be established. IITs came, first set of IITs, then second set of IITs. Now country is planning for the third set of IITs. There are 5 IITs which are going to come as the third phase of IITs. Then they started thinking about IITs are not sufficient. Of course, schools were there. I'm talking about higher education. Schools are the basic elements. Without schools, it is like salt in the food. Without schools, none of us can really come up to any level. Therefore, schools, it is a basic thing. It is a heartbeat. It is a backbone. So for higher education, the country planned in such a manner. Then they talked about IISs, NITs. Now they're talking about even other areas. I would say, especially IIITs. And I'm given to understand there are 3 types of IITs, IIITs again. One is completely international, and it is totally private. The other one is totally government supported. But the totally government supported is only 5 to 7. But there is an in-between character that is very, very challenging. I will say if at all you are at the lowest bottom, meaning is if you are fully funded, I think you do not have much scope for your own dreams to get expansion. Similarly, if you are not at all funded and if at all you have complete international, then also you have to go with the takeaway requirements. According to the requirements, you have to also reorient. But now there is an in-between character. It is a beautiful block. You belong to that category, which is PPP model. So PPP model is the successful model. I do not know how many of you are listening to daily news. Just yesterday, the Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation, he has given a beautiful, beautiful YouTube video. Is also available. I was just listening yesterday night also. It's just 2 minutes video. Please listen to that. He has told how SPVs are coming up in India. Special purpose vehicle. You may think that it is a vehicle. It is not a vehicle. It is a strategy. It is a kind of a mantra. It is an arrangement. It is a structural arrangement. Country is now coming up with special purpose vehicles only to come up with our own indigenously manufactured aircrafts. Because many a times we are being blamed. We have number of airports. But which aircraft is manufactured in India? Can we tell one thing? No. Again, we have to go behind Airbus. We have to go behind Boeing. Why? What is not there in India? So now country is prioritizing indigenously manufactured aircrafts in India. Especially this is called RTA, Regional Transport Aircraft. Already HAL has one unit. They finished 119-seater passenger aircraft. So one unit they have completed. And we from CSR, we have one laboratory called the National Aerospace Laboratory, which is the twin complex of HAL in Bangalore. HAL and NAL are twin complex, like Secunderabad and Hyderabad. So NAL and HAL. HAL has already done 118-seater. We are working with now 19-seater. So these are all indigenously manufactured aircrafts for which it is not that easy. Raw material supply chain is not available in the country. The technology is known to us, but manufacturing facility is not available in the country. That's why now country is coming up with MOR facility, meaning is manufacturing, overhauling, and also repair and rehabilitation. Also, they are now going to take care of under this SPV, special purpose vehicle. Meaning is, here again, it is a kind of a PPP model. SPV is as good as PPV model. One academia will be there, one knowledge partner will be there, and one financial partner will be there, and there will be one person who will be implementing, who will be the manufacturing partner. So in technology, there are a number of terminologies. I do not know how many of you are aware. Somebody is a working partner, somebody is a manufacturing partner, somebody is your raw material partner, somebody is your knowledge partner and IPU partner also, somebody is your technology partner. So now we are coming up with number of new terminologies, new ways of working together, new ways of putting our ideas together, new ways of synergizing our energy. All of us are having some amount of energy. Instead of we celebrate our individual energy as independent verticals, if we just synergize all our energy, I think we can definitely come up with a kind of a big effect. So please listen to such videos. You will be looking at different videos. Please listen to these videos also. This is very important. And similarly, today we are talking about India, Singapore-based semiconductor capabilities. So Singapore, they do not have manpower. They do not have space. Both the things are available in India. But Singapore, they have more money. And they can also, that is a hub, it is a connecting point. So they can connect all the international players, and therefore Singapore can connect all the international players, and with the financial support, they can really practice the technology in India, by means of which the Indian space is better utilized and Indian manpower is also better utilized. This is the basic deal that is going on in Singapore between the two prime ministers of the country. So friends, you should really understand, you people many a times, you need not be worried about whether GOAT is already released or not. How many of you have seen the first show, first scene? See, these are all needed, but this is not all about life. So who is the ultimate beneficiary of GOAT? I'm not against actor Vijay. Please don't think that way. Now, what I'm telling is, it is his life. It is his passion. And he makes money out of it. We can also enjoy, we can admire, we can celebrate, but to what extent? And yesterday my blood was boiling 7 hours. People at this age are celebrating that particular release. What is so great about 7-hour celebration? Even for Chandrayaan, we never celebrated 7 hours in the midnight. But one good thing is, I always used to feel, even the kind of hype that we make for cricket, that is nothing is happening for science, but Chandrayaan really just broke that particular thing. Chandrayaan was celebrated across the country. Now I'm telling, please remove this first show, first scene, all these things, just put them in the second seat, back seat. That is also needed. I can end it because I also crossed your age. It is a requirement of the age. It is a requirement of the hormone. It is a requirement of your lifestyle. I understand. I realized. I lived your life. You need not tell me. You need not teach me. I crossed that age only. But please understand how much importance should be given to those things. So those things are not going to help you in any way in your life. Only your science, your knowledge, your capability, your teaching, your character, your behavior, that is only going to define, and that is only going to help you not only today but forever. And also please understand, all of you will bring in more and more generations. So you are all great people who are going to bring in a lot of generations after so many years. Therefore, if you are keeping yourself in a very, making you as a good package, then only the upcoming generations will also be a great packages. If at all there is a problem that is happening now itself in the package of you as your character, your behavior, your thought process, or your objective, or your interests, or your targets, genes are very powerful. Genes will conduct it in the same way to the next generation. Like science is universal, genes are also, genes will never tell lies. So how your parents were, you are like this. How you are, your children are going to be like you. And therefore, please don't think that it is not just your life. When you are living your life, you are not living only one life. You are living the lives of number of generations of this country. If at all you just come up with a kind of a very great potential and a capability and a character in you, that will also get, I would say, propagated for a number of generations. Is it not a service that you can do to this nation? You can silently do all these revolutionary services to the nation. So you just do good things. You think about good things. You practice only good things. Enough. Your genes are absorbing all your characters. So your generation will also continue to do the same thing, meaning is you are doing more than enough justice to the country and also to the society and also to the globe. And therefore, friends, when India is going to become Viksit Bharat in 2047, it is not possible by only one prime minister. It is not possible by only one single party. It is not possible by only one single community, whether it is teachers or lawyers or doctors, whomsoever it may be. It is a combination of complete Indian family. That's why it is only one family. Whether you believe it or not, it is not a political statement. There is one world, one earth, and one future. Many of you may think that it is not at all a political statement. Viksit Bharat is not a political statement. It is a scientific statement of the country. It is a future of the country. It is a fate of the country, I would say. Therefore, whatever is happening in the globe, wherever it is happening, its impact is definitely affecting us also. So somewhere the glacier is melting. Can you just sit and watch TV? If not today, after 5 years, after 10 years, the glacier that is melting today is going to give you a lot of harmful effects. What are you going to do? So when the glacier is melting in an abnormal way, actually you should get some kind of a palpitation here. You should become restless. As an educated person, your blood should boil. When the glacier is boiling, what am I sitting and doing here? Will my grandchildren be in a position to live like the way I'm living today? Is it not my responsibility to hand over the earth to my grandchildren also in the way it was given to me by my grandparents? So please take all these points as your responsibilities. If you think that this is philosophy, my young friends, I'm sorry, it is not philosophy, it is a fact. It is a real fact. It is a bottom line fact. So maybe if you don't understand it today, but my aim is the moment your director called me, I immediately said, yes, I know I cannot sleep in the night. Sleep is not at all a big issue. If yesterday night I did not sleep, I can sleep today night or even tomorrow. Or I need not even sleep. What is wrong in that? But I cannot meet with all of you. Number one. Number two, I don't believe and I don't expect that those who are here, maybe around 100, 200, those many are here are 250. I am not believing that all 250 will listen to Kalai Selvi, all 250 will take at least 1 point. No. Among these 250, if it is only one boy or one girl, one soul, if it takes 1 point as a lifetime message, the purpose of my life is done. This is what is my objective. This is what is the reason due to which I am coming to educational institutions. So my job is not to say, get some kind of an, oh, Kalai Selvi is so great. No, it's not like that. I had a humble beginning. Now also I'm so humble. I'm simple. I'm not at all a big person at all. But I can do one thing. This position has given me an opportunity to meet with lakhs and lakhs of children, school children, college students, youngsters. And therefore, should I not use it in the right way? If I'm able to give a spark to only one person in this particular institution, I think I'm doing justice to this 1 hour that is given to me. So friends, whenever you talk to anyone, whether it is 1 minute or 1 hour, if at all you are able to get a good message from them, continue to talk to that person. Otherwise, please don't continue. Every minute should be a learning minute. Every message should be a learning message. Every discussion should be an experience to you. It's a good experience. It's a cherishable experience. If not, please don't yield to such kind of discussions, such kind of, I would say, any kind of a brainstorming or meetings or listening or even classes, whatever it may be. So I just wish to conclude my talk by telling only one thing. India is a country that always believes in people. And life is also based on belief. I believe you, you should believe. So this belief is the basic thing of our life. So let us believe each other. And let us believe that India can do. And let us believe, strongly believe, India alone can do. Why India alone can do. India alone can do is not my imaginatory word. There is a statistics. Statistics clearly says the demographic dividends of India. If you just compare year 2020 and 2024, China was somewhere above us. Now China is from 87, it is going to 37. But now we were at 82, now we have gone only up to 75 or 77. So this I am talking about the demographic dividends. So demographic dividends meaning is the mother nature is always blessing us, bestowing us with this kind of a thing. Therefore, India alone can do, and India is going to lead the entire globe in terms of science, technology and innovation. And I believe, strongly believe, I hope, I wish this IIIT Trichy, at least one or two youngsters from this group should also come out with a kind of a technology which should be completely celebrated at the global level. Meaning is your technology should not be celebrated only in India, it should be celebrated at the global level. And if at all you are able to do that, please call Kalai Selvi on that day. I'll be the first one to celebrate that. IIIT Trichy student is now coming up with the globally recognized technology. I look forward to that particular day. I wish you all the very best. One more time, Happy Teachers Day. All of you are great teachers because you are the teachers for all the teachers who have taught you. Thank you so very much. Namaskar.
Thank you, ma'am, for your enlightening and motivational words. Your words have truly resonated with us today. Now, we are excited to present the latest version of our college magazine, IIIM. This magazine showcases the creative and academic achievements of our students and faculty. I hereby request Director Sir to give the first physical copy to our guest. Thank you, sir. The IIIM magazine is indeed a testament to the hard work and dedication of the students and the faculty members. With this, we reach to the end of the program. I would like to extend heartfelt thanks to respected chief guest for joining us today, Honorable Director Sir, respected dignitaries, faculty members, and all who made this day beautiful. Thank you all. Students are requested to please be seated here. I request you all to raise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
request Mr. Pranjal Bison to come forward for a poetry session.